very good afternoon to all my dear students, and welcome once again to the lecture of Entrepreneurship Development SYBBA Semester 3. I, Professor Shaurya Shah, welcome each one of you. Dear students, in the last lecture we saw various things about your franchisee, that is in depth we studied franchisee, various modes of business organizations, we studied the concept of entrepreneurship, we again studied the concept of idea generation and finding out the opportunities and its evaluation. Now today students will be moving on further in the chapter. The next part of your chapter in the same unit 1 is the concept of team building. Again, dear students, team building is one of the very important concepts in the entrepreneurship development subject in the business itself and for any type of entrepreneur. So we will study first of all what do you mean by a team, what are the main importance of the team and how a ideal team building can be done. Fine, so shall we begin? The very first thing, students, what do you mean by team first of all? You all must have heard this term team. In everyday life also we generally use this term team. In again schools we used to prepare the teams for various things. In sports also you must have heard this team. But in business, what do you mean by team? The abbreviation for that team generally is your together everyone achieve more. I as an individual employee, I can perform better, but the projects where a huge efforts, huge knowledge and specialization is required, many a times a team is built up and the project is again we can say implemented, right? So what is a team? Again, team is together everyone achieve more. So again, more than 2 or 3 people come together for a common objective. To achieve the common objective in the business, they use their specialized skills and they cooperate with each other, they coordinate with each other and they implement the project. So that is known as a team. Now again, team can be termed as your training, encouraging, aiming and motivating. First of all the employees are given the training to achieve the objective. Then they are encouraged, right? How they will do their work, in what sense and how they have to work with other employees. The third is aim. They have been given a common objective, a common aim for which they have to work. And at last, they are motivated by the team members and the team leader itself, right? So again, the entire team is your training, encouraging, aiming and motivating. So again, briefly, together everyone achieving more. That is the abbreviation of the team. There are much more abbreviations. This is just for your, again we can say, enhanced knowledge. Fine. So I suppose you all are clear with the concept of the team in short. Fine. Now what is team, dear students? Team means people depending on each other. In team, each and every person is working individually, but they are working for achievement of the team's objective, right? So they are coordinating with each other, they are depending upon each other. They may or may not work in the same physical location. It is not necessary that team itself remains on the same physical location or the place. No, dear students. They may be at different places also, but they are working as a team to achieve a common goal. Combining to achieve something together, right? They are combining themselves to achieve a goal. Take an example of a cricket team. You all must be aware with that. Indian cricket team is there. There are 11 different players. All those players are having different characteristics. Some may be bowlers, some may be all-rounders, some may be cricketers, and there is one coach, right? So an entire team comes together to work particularly. What is their goal? To win the match, right? Similarly in business also, for a particular project, for a particular task, a team is created of employees having different skills. It may be from the same department, it may be from the different departments, it may be from intra level, top level, middle level, bottom level, and those people depend on each other and they work to achieve a common goal. So that is the again meaning of team. I suppose every student is clear with that. Fine. Moving on, students, to the concept of team building. Now, team, if you are clear, what do you mean by the process of team building? Team is the outcome and team building is the process, right? What is it? The process of working with a team to clarify its task and how team members can work together to achieve it, right? What is team building? Team building is the process of working with a team to clarify its tasks. You need to clarify the tasks to people, how they are going to work and for what they are going to work. Again, together to achieve it. Fine. A strategy can help groups to develop into a real team is known as team building, right? It is a strategy basically. Who can become the members of the team? What type of team to be prepared for? What objective? So all this process is known as your team building. Now, dear students, next is your what are the key actions in team building, right? What is the process basically you need to follow? What are the steps you need to follow in order to build a team? In that, the very first is setting and maintaining the team's objectives and standards. The very first thing in any business, in any activity, you need to first decide the goal and the objective. On the basis of that goal or objective, you decide the teams and their standards, right? So maintaining the team's objective and standards is the first thing. Second is involving the team as a whole in achievement of objective. First you set down the standards, then you involve the entire team members, inform them about the objectives, and then you start working on it. Next is maintaining the unity of the team. As you all know, we just now studied, every individual is having their own skills, having their own mindset, and their natures are different, but they are together to work for a common objective. So maintaining the unity of the team, conflict arises, you need to solve those conflicts is also one of the key action. Next is communicating efficiently with the team. You need to communicate efficiently. If you are a team leader, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are the owner and you have created the team, you need to very efficiently communicate the objectives and the working pattern to the team. Otherwise, there are chances that the team may be misdirected or misleaded to some other objective and our main goal is not achieved. So again, communicating efficiently with the team is important action. Next is consulting the team members before taking any decision. Now in business, if you have created such a team for any specific purpose, any decision you will take will only after consulting the team members, right? Because if you are not consulting them, then there may be chances of again dissatisfaction or conflict arising in the business. So I suppose every student is clear with these 5 steps. What is the first? It is setting and maintaining the team's objectives. Second is involving the team in those objectives. Third is maintaining the unity of the team. Fourth is communicating efficiently with the team. And the last is before taking any decision, you have to consult the team members. I suppose it is clear, everyone? Fine. Now the next is how helpful team behavior can be achieved, right? What are the factors you need to do in order to achieve the good team behavior? Amongst that, the very first is keeping the peace. As I told earlier also, the mindset of every person is different. There are chances that there may be clashes of ideas, there may be clashes of thoughts, and every thought process is different. So what you need to do is, first of all, you need to maintain or keep the peace in the team members. They all are members of the same committee. A feeling should be developed so that everyone grows and everyone supports. Next is a friendly atmosphere or friendly behavior should be created among the team members so that they feel free to give their suggestions, they feel free to give the suggestions and feedback along with that, right? Both are important. Next, enthusiasm. All the members should be enthusiastic so that they can very actively participate in the discussions also and very actively participate in the implementation part also. Feedback we have already discussed. Generating ideas. Now when a team is created of different individuals, a storm of different ideas is created. You will get every different ideas and innovative ideas from this mindsets of the people, right? So generating ideas again helps for team behavior. Initiative. Initiative should be taken by each and every member in order to generate the new ideas and in order to implement them very, very effectively. Problem solving. If there are any problems in the team, the solving of them should be done immediately so that it does not affect the behavior of the team members. Next is appropriate humor. The work the team is doing should be again having some element of humor also. It should not be completely on workaholic basis so that every team member can be again enthusiastic and again help each other to grow. Next is seeking approval. the team, whatever work they are doing, they should seek approval for that, right? So that once the approval is received, they can work furthermore. So at every stage, whatever they are doing, whatever they are discussing, approval should be seeked upon from the owner. Next is encouraging others. A team's behavior should be such that it encourages the other teams in the business also. They encourage the other individual employees also to work harder for the achievement of objective so that they can easily reach their goal. Suppose everyone is clear with the factors that a helpful team behavior receives. Fine. I suppose it is clear. Moving on to the next point, that are the key factors to successful performance of a team. Now, what are the main key factors, right? What we saw was the list of factors which help the team's behavior. Now, the important thing is key factors of a successful performance, how a team can perform successfully. Amongst that, the very first is the strategy. You can remember the short form SCORE, right? Students, the abbreviation is SCORE. SCORE, if we see in the long form, it is your strategy. Second is your clear role and responsibility. Third is your open communication. Fourth is your rapid response. And the fifth is your effective leadership. We'll see each and every point in detail, students. The first point is your strategy. So what are the factors? These are the factors for successful performance of a team. Amongst that, the very first is your strategy. What is a strategy? Strategy is a kind of, we can say, policy, or we can say a method by which we were going to achieve the objective in a longer period of time, right? What is the strategy? First of all, shared purpose, then the purpose which is there, right? Suppose I say we want to win the match. So what is the purpose of the entire team? It is a shared purpose of each and every player in the team that they have to achieve their goal. So strategy itself says the shared purpose among the members. Second is your clearly articulated values and ground rules, right? What are the values and the ground rules which you need to follow if you are a team member that you need to study? Next is understanding of risk and opportunities facing the team. What are the risks? What are the opportunities which a team is going to face? That you need to decide in the very first strategy. Next is clear categorization of the overall responsibilities of the team. What are the main overall responsibilities? What are the categories of that responsibilities and risk that needs to be developed to measure the individual result? Now, after the completion of your project or after the completion of your purpose, the individual performance measurement is also to be done, because the entire purpose is achieved by a team. But in that team also, how many members have performed above the level, how many members have performed again up to the level, and what are the loopholes that needs to be found out. So the very first important key factor is your strategy. In strategy, you determine the following things, students. I hope it is clear. Moving on to the second part of the SCORE, that is clear roles and responsibilities. Clear definition of roles and responsibilities should be done. Each responsibility shared by all the members, that should be done, and specific objectives should be decided, right? Now students, when you form a team, after deciding the entire strategy, how you are going to achieve the goals, you need to clear the roles and responsibilities also. Which person is going to follow which rule, what will be their responsibility, what will be their accountability, what will be their authority. Again, a chart should be prepared among the team members also, who will report to whom, what type of ideas to be given, when suggestions should be given. So all those clear responsibilities and roles should be defined in a team. Next is your open communication. What do you mean by open communication? A communication where everyone have respect for individual differences, and again there is an environment, that is an open environment where everybody feels to give their suggestions, right? When if I am becoming a team member, I should respect the individual differences also. As I told you, every mind is a different, right? So everyone are having different thought process, so I should respect the differences of an individual. I should try to again openly communicate with the people so that new ideas will arise and clear implementation can also be done for that. Fine. So open communication is the third part. First we saw was strategy, second was clear roles and responsibility, third is open communication. Again, the next part of that is your roles and responsibilities, right? The thing which we saw just now. But what are this? This is rapid response to the team's problem, right? So what are the responses? If any problem arises in the team, you need to again rapidly respond to that problem so that it can be effectively solved. The next part you will study is effective management to change in internal and external environment, right? Continuously changes takes place in business environment. The internal factors, generally the strengths and weakness of our organization, are in our hands, right? So whatever strengths are there, whatever weaknesses are there, we need to solve those problems immediately. And the external environment, as we studied various kinds of factors which affect it, right? There are social factors, there are cultural factors, there are technological factors, there are government policies. So all those factors which affect the environment and the business of our again company, that are to be clearly decided, right? So what we studied, the last point, effective leadership. Team leader who is able to help the members achieve the objective and build the team, right? Effective leadership. Who is the leader? That we are going to study after we complete this, right? A leader is a person, to be given in short, a leader is a person who influence the behaviors of the other and who encourage them to achieve the common objective, students, right? So again, a effective leadership is very much important, because a team will be led by a person called team leader. He will be the person who will be looking after all the things, fine? So team leader who is able to help the members achieve the objective and build the team. Team leader who can draw out and free up the skills of all team members, develop individuals, right? So a leader should be such that who is able to help the members to achieve the objective, and he is the person who have the skills so that all the members will develop and individually they will grow, right? So when the individuals are met, a synergy is created in the business, and with the help of that synergy we can achieve our objective. So I suppose everyone is clear with the effective factors for team building, that is core, right? Again strategy, then clear roles and responsibilities, then open communication, again clear roles and responsibilities but related to external factors. Next is effective leadership. I suppose it is clear to each and every student, fine. Next part is your importance of team building, right? What are the importance? Why team building is necessary? The very first among that is leads one's mind to creativity. Individually, I can think only up to a certain limit, or we can say that there is a limited thought process going on in an individual's mind. When more than one people meet, their ideas are shared, they develop themselves, again a new idea is created out of them, and the creativity enhances, particularly in a team process. That is why the team building process is very much important, because it brainstorms the mind of the individuals which think for a common objective. A different perspective is created for every single opportunity and every single problem. Second point is encourage one to take the initiative. In a team, encouragement is given to each and every individual to take a new initiative among themselves, right? They will take a complete initiative to start the process, again to develop the ideas and to implement the process, right? So when everyone takes the initiative, it will be a very good and rapid achievement of objective. Next is combined effort to single target, right? If an individual wants to achieve an objective, it may take time and there may be much more difficulties, but when two or more people join their hands to achieve the objectives, then combine effort to achieve those single target, right? So it is very much helpful. A synergy is, again I say, is created. I hope everyone is clear with the concept of synergy. Synergy means, students, the total of the entire part efforts is more than the individual part of efforts. For example, we can say 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, but in synergy it is seen, generally it is believed that 2 plus 2 makes more than 4, that is 5 or 6, right? Why it happens? Because two individual efforts, when they come together, then it creates a much more efforts than individual are doing, right? So that is again synergy. Combine effort to single target, we saw that point. Provide space for individual growth. Again, when in a team you are doing the entire project, or when you are achieving those objectives, individually also you are growing, right? It is not such that an entire team has grown. Individually you will measure your performance, you will learn from other people, and then you will try to increase your skills also. So there is a providing space for individual growth also during the team building. Next is broaden one's vision. If I am an individual working employee for the company or for any objective or target set, my vision will be limited only up to a certain extent, right? But when we meet other people, we discuss with them the ideas, we generate new creativity. From that, one's vision is again broadened. Next is rewards and recognitions move side by side, right? Rewards and recognitions. You are a group of people working. If you take a very good initiative, you are generating the new ideas, you are implementing yourself, you are continuously increasing your growth rate. So in that case, the rewards and the recognition, you will get a reward, that is achievement of objectives. Again, recognition in form of, again we can say, becoming famous in the entire organization. People will come to know about your ideas, people will respect you, people will obey you. So all those rewards and recognitions also move side by side along with your working, right? So I suppose each and everyone is clear with the 6 importance of team building. The first was lead one's mind to creativity. Second is encourage one to take initiative. Third is combine effort to single target. Fourth is provide space for individual growth. Fifth is broaden one's vision. Sixth is your rewards and recognitions move side by side. So I suppose each and every student is clear with today's part. Fine. What we studied, we first of all saw the meaning of team. What does team building mean? We saw the key actions in the team building. Then we saw the helpful vectors for team behavior. Then we saw the score. Then again we saw the importance of team building. I suppose everyone is clear with this part. Fine. Now what does team building? Coming together is the beginning. A very famous quote it is. Coming together is the beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is success, right? So again, the teams work particularly on this quote only. We can say this is the crux of team building. Coming together is a beginning. When we start, we come together, we are beginning. Then we become together, that is keeping together is a progress. And then when we work together, a success is created. I suppose each and everyone is clear with this part. Fine. Now the next part of your team building is, I told you, okay, that is leadership, right? What do you mean by leader? What is the leadership skill? We will study. So what do you mean by leadership, dear students? Leadership is the ability to build up confidence and zeal, that is enthusiasm among the people, and to create an urge in them to be led, right? What is leadership? Who can be called as a leader? In nowadays, you can see leaders are in every field, right? In politics also, leaders are there. In religious fields also, leaders are there. Who are leader? Leaders are the person who lead the way, who comes out of the group, who comes out of the crowd, and then they start to lead the other people. So what is leadership? Leadership is the ability to build up confidence and enthusiasm among the employees, among the people, and to create an urge in them to be led, right? So who influence the behavior of other people, they are known as leaders. I suppose it is clear to each and every student. Fine. The next part is your leadership style, students. What are the main leadership styles that you need to study, right? What is leadership style? Leadership styles are the type of styles. There are around 5 to 6 styles, but these 3 are the main which we are going to study. Amongst them, autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire, right? So we'll starting one by one. The very first is autocratic. An autocratic manager dictates the orders to their staff and makes decisions without any consultation. Who is the autocratic leader? Autocratic, the word itself says automatic. He is taking his own decisions and he is implementing on others, right? So what is the autocratic manager? Autocratic manager is the manager, dear students, who dictates, who directly orders the staff to make the implementation of the decisions which are taken by him. This type of leaders like to control the situation they are in, right? They are in situation and then they like to control the situation without any consultation. The decisions are quick. Why? Because individually he is taking the decisions and making them implemented. Next is management style can decrease the motivation and increase the staff turnover. Why decrease the motivation? Suppose you are working in a firm, your boss is such that they do not take any consideration or consultation from you people. He directly gives you the order and you have to implement it. So such kind of orders or such kind of work environment of the business will lead to decrease in motivation of the people, employees, and staff turnover rate, right? Employees will start leaving the job, leaving the business, and then it will lead to increase in staff turnover. So autocratic leadership again is having their own advantages and limitations that we will see. Fine. Next style is your democratic or participative style, right? Students, you need to again understand the concept on both eye view only. Fine. Democratic or participative style. The name itself says India is a democratic country, right? So here again all the government are decided by the people and for the people. So again, a democratic manager delegates the authority to the staff, giving them responsibility to complete the task, right? A democratic manager is a person who delegates the authority to the staff and gives them the responsibility to complete the task, right? So a complete decentralization is there. The staff will complete the task using their own work methods on time, right? The staff will again complete the task using their own work methods. They can use their own thoughts, they can use their own ideas, and they need to complete the task. Employees are involved in decision making, giving them a sense of motivating individuals. They are being given voice, they have to again suggest the ideas, and they can work in their own innovative way. It increases the job satisfaction by involving employees or team members, right? Definitely, if you are involved in the decision making, your job satisfaction increases, and with more motivation you try to implement the decisions. Slow decision making process. Why slow decision making? Because it is a participative style. Everyone is given the right to participate, everyone is given the authority to participate, they can give their own suggestions, and then again a group decision is taken which is accepted by all. So it is a slow decision making process. I hope everyone is clear with the democratic or participative style. And the next is your laissez-faire management style, right? What is laissez-faire management style? A laissez-faire manager sets the task and gives the staff complete freedom to complete the task as they see fit, right? Leave it be. It works for the teams in which the individuals are very experienced in skills self-starters, right? Again, what is laissez-faire? A complete free rein is given. That is free authority. What you want to do, you can do it to achieve the objective. The boss is concerned only with the achievement of objectives. Which method you are accepting, which method you are adopting is completely upon you, right? So laissez-faire manager is leave it be. He leaves it completely upon the employees. Where it can be used, dear students, it can be used only where experience and skilled self-starters are there. Because they are experienced along with the business environment, they can implement their own thoughts. There is a minimal involvement from the manager. Manager's involvement will be the minimum among all three. It benefits the staff as they are developed to take the responsibility. As they are being given free rein, they take the responsibility and then they try to achieve it. Staff feel lost and not reach the goal set within the time frame, right? Many a times it happens, as the free rein is given to them and time frame is not decided, then there are chances that the employees or the staff will get lost, as because they are given free rein, there is no specific procedure, there is no specific system to be achieved for the goal objectives. I suppose it is clear. So all the three, we can say, leadership style you must be clear with. Fine. So this was the part we did today, that is related to your team building. Along with the team building, there is a part of your leadership also. The remaining part of leadership we are going to complete in the next lecture. Again, in the next lecture we will see the strategic planning, dear students. Fine. I just request you to go through the lecture once again. Be clear with the dots. If any doubts, you can put up a query in Google Classroom. We are here to help you out. This is Professor Shaurya Shah teaching you Entrepreneurship Development SYBBA Semester 3. I hope each and everyone a good day ahead. Study hard. Thank you, every student.